My name is Robert Burke. I'm an attorney at MacElree Harvey in Chester County, Pennsylvania. We have offices in Westchester, Kennett Square, as well as the state of Delaware. I am an estate litigator. I handle a lot of estate litigation issues that come up, and much of my practice deals with problems that people have with their estate plan. And so I put together this multi-part series on common issues that we're seeing in estate litigation. This is part 5 of that series, and what I'm going to talk about today has to do with trying to protect an elder relative from financial exploitation. Because we're getting older as a country, Pennsylvania is one of the oldest states in the country. People who reside in Chester County, Delaware County, this area of the country, it is an aging population. So we're getting more instances of financial exploitation of people who are older, who are unable or just don't have the know-how to put off being financially exploited. So if you have a relative who's getting older, who's living on their own, you have to pay attention to the signs of financial exploitation. And one of the things, the first thing you want to look for, has there been a change in their pattern of how they're dealing with their finances? Are they, for example, withdrawing funds from ATMs when they really didn't do that before? That is a sign of financial exploitation. It's odd, it's unusual for someone to withdraw cash from an ATM in our society. So many of our bills are being paid automatically. So if you find suddenly that you have someone, a relative who's older, who may be susceptible to financial exploitation, and suddenly that person has a lot of cash around, that is a sign that they may be subject to financial exploitation. They may be paying cash to people who are fooling them into thinking that the cash. So step one, look to one of the red flags, whether or not there's been unusual withdrawal activities with ATM. The other thing you want to look for, number 2, another red flag would be changes in social patterns. For example, is this older person becoming more isolated? Is this person suddenly not willing to have you come over to visit when they used to be very happy to have you come over and visit? Are they isolating themselves from the people that they care for, from their friends, from their neighbors? That is a sign that this person may be susceptible to exploitation, or may even be under the influence of someone who's taking advantage of them financially. Another thing to look for, the third red flag, is have there been changes in their documentation? Are they suddenly changing their wills? Are they suddenly giving a power of attorney to someone who maybe they wouldn't have been given a power of attorney to? Is there someone who's suddenly in their life who wasn't in their life before, that is a stranger to that individual? It's okay for people to meet new people, obviously, but if an older person is suddenly being befriended by someone who's much younger, that raises a red flag, and that is something you need to look at and maybe ask questions to see if there is financial exploitation going on. Another red flag, the fourth red flag that you want to look for, suddenly do we have a lot of unpaid bills? So do you see, when you go visit this person, are there a lot of late notices that they're receiving from credit card companies or mortgage companies? That could be a sign that this person is being exploited in some way. And that is another thing to look for. If you think that you have a loved one who's being subjected to financial exploitation, who may be being taken advantage of, there's a lot of county agencies, the Department of Aging you can talk to. You can consult with an attorney, an elder law attorney who's aware of the resources that are available for older people to assure there's no financial exploitation. You can call the police. There's nothing wrong with that. If you think that someone may be a victim of a crime, call the police. That's the thing that you should do in order to protect against potential elder abuse.